Welcome back to another MTGO Modern League with me, Magix, and a viewer of mine has requested to rerun the Miracles deck. So I've made some changes and yeah, we are going to try it again. So stay tuned and let's go!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Okay, here we go for our first match. Just made a few changes to the last version we run. I've told a little bit of the last league that I don't think we need Entreat the Angels in this deck. I think this hand is too weak with 5 lands. Seems a little bit better. And we don't need this second snap right now. And here I included some Teferis in the main deck, and actually a second big Teferi, because I think this deck has somewhat issues in dealing with non-creature permanents if you don't catch them on this deck in the right time. So yeah, the bounce of Teferi can, for example, deal with Chalice of the Void, and Big Teferi can also take care of the Planeswalkers. And I have included one Ashiok in the main deck because a lot of decks are relying on the graveyard and want a way to shut that off. Of course, also some decks are into tutoring, like the Titan deck, so I think a one-off in the main deck to have 3 in the total 75 is somewhat okay. Then just reworked a little bit on the counters and included one Oust to have a little bit more early game interaction, because usually you have to survive the first few turns and then you're good to go. And then I want to try out one Elspeth Sun's Nemesis, which you can dump into the graveyard with the Ashiok and yeah, in the late game cast it over and over again. Our opponent is playing, don't know what he plays, some Orzhov something. Playing basic lands and now Read the Bones. Discarded our Snapcaster and one path to Exile, so that's fine for now. This Flooded Strand can be a Mystic Sanctuary maybe soon. Seagate Wreckage is interesting. And Expedition Map, okay. So I want to blow this up with the Field of Ruin for sure, before he draws all the cards. Is he searching for? Is it maybe like an Eldrazi deck? Yeah, seems like an Eldrazi deck. Well, but we are only drawing lands here. Now we've survived the first few turns, but don't draw anything else but Path to Exiles, kind of. The heck is this? Huh. Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't draw any counterspell here, which is really annoying, so hopefully we find a Teferi to deal with this. Just take an island. Yeah, but we are only drawing lands, so what can you do? Now he gets his tutoring off. Another card that Teferi would shut off. Ashiok would shut off. 8 lands. 24 in the deck. Sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Well, so kind of annoying. Solemn, okay. At upkeep, so Big Teferi could still deal with this. So I guess we are trying to dig for this right now. Object on top. Trying to find some more answers. You can pick this up. It's no more basics, so 5 only in the deck. Still have to find something here. This at least shuts off this tutor spell, so maybe that's still good. But we have only 3 more turns, so might not be good enough. Well, 2 Teferis, or 1 Teferi and 1 Jace already in the bin. It's unfortunate. Some wild brew. It's bad that we don't have anything here. More read the bones, okay. The Ashiok will die, of course, against this cruel realities, so they're not that great all in all. If we fetch, we lose 1 turn. I think we have to dig for an answer, though I still want the opts. Our opponent has a full hand again, while we are searching for doing anything, so I don't think we can come back here, but maybe yes. Here goes the Ashiok. Can't raise this with the Colonnade, I think. Yeah, this is also not good. I think in this game we have drawn far too many lands to be able to do anything. I don't think we can punish his digging for cards with a Colonnade. Because he will find more of this stuff. Still don't know what he is actually doing besides searching some curse cards. Yeah, this is already lost. It's okay. And we are only drawing more lands, so nothing to do there. So we take the Ashioks, probably the Celestial Purge to deal with the enchantment. I think I like any other card, and I think we can trim down on Terminus. I haven't really seen anything that's worth putting under his deck, so let's try this for once and draw business instead of only lands. Hopefully it will work out then. If you're wondering why I play not all snow-covered stuff, I forgot to put them into the trader and just went the basic I had, so here we are, Hallowed Fountain, Islands, Field of Ruin. Okay. He puts himself onto the play. 2 mana already. And more discard. Sad that I don't have Veto Summer in this deck. Goes the mana leak, so he probably has one of his enchantments in the deck. Hopefully we find more counter spells with this Omen of the Seas. Turn back. So next turn. Swamp, more discard. Liana, read the bones, okay. Not going with Sign Blood, because he values the scry, seems like. Go with Omen here. I like actually Teferi. Don't like this island. This stops his tutor enchantment, because we can bounce it at least once. If nothing else, we can bounce Omen. Doing. Don't want to ship the turn back yet. Can blow up Tron if he goes for this. He has one Field of Ruin in the hand. No, he pitched it to the Gemstone Caverns, I guess. Yeah, let's go with the Teferi. Let's plus him for now. Ship the turn back. Expedition map. Okay, we can go for Tron, I guess. Yep, so I might want to stop the Tron next turn instead of playing the Jace. I think I want to bounce the map. Yeah, let's kind of blow this up now. Could put the Mana Leak on top with Mystic Sanctuary, actually. Don't hate that. So let's plus Teferi for one more turn and ship it back. Still can't do anything too scary here, I think. He has a second tower. What is this? Chalice for 2. This is fine. He stops really Snapcaster Mage, I guess. Yeah, and maybe the Mana Leak, that's true. But we can bounce this back, so I still grab the Mana Leak, I guess. At least for now, it's fine. Say yes. Let's draw this. Let's bounce this. Let's play this out and hold up the Mana Leak. I will do this in his upkeep because else he can use the map end of turn, which I don't want. Let's go for the tower again. So how many towers do you have in hand? Okay, no more towers. Can have a tower next turn. Or whatever. What did he do with all his scrying, actually? No. The bones. Actually doesn't show what he's doing with the read the bones there. Bottom top, okay, so he went for some cards. We'll crack the map for Tron, I guess. Still have Ashiok in hand in case he can do anything. Let's go Jace first. Let's brainstorm. Let's hope he doesn't play an Emrakul or something. So I want to hide the Ashiok and the Snapcaster for now. Play this untapped and go. Cracks this for the third tower. Can dump his hand most likely. Okay, you have your Tron. What's up next? Okay, this one got it. So we have to sacrifice a Planeswalker here. He will just replay it if I bounce it. We will find Ashiok and Snap, but maybe with Ashiok we can dump a good spell in the graveyard, so I guess the Jace has to go for now. This back into his hand. Hopefully we find a Cryptic or something, because Mana Leak is not good enough anymore. Maybe Dovin's Veto would be great, or Deprive. Dovin's Veto in the bin, nice. Could also put Celestial Purge on top, which I actually don't mind. Yeah, let's put the Purge on top. So this way we can catch another enchantment. Okay. Seven cards again with all these Read the Bones. Kind of scary. Will we mill over an Elspeth on Cryptic or something? 7 mana for this again. Now we have to prevent this with the Dovin's Veto. We can also actually go for the Mana Leak here because it has so little value against Tron. So let's keep the Veto in the bin. Anti-conceits, okay. Not doing a lot. Yeah, just... I mean, I'm not a fan of the Oust or Oust. Mystical Dispute. Maybe it's fine just as an overpriced Mana Leak, to be honest. It's bad against Tron, but that's about it. So, yeah, let's try to rerun it. To find the Teferi again, it's good. Hope to find the Field of Ruins. Yeah. At least we have a cantrip on 2. Not the greatest hand again for lands, but I think if we have all the good spells in our opener, he will discard anyways, so probably pick something. He goes for a quick Tron. Can't prevent this with the fields before he finds it if he has all the pieces, and he has. Yeah. These weird decks are only doing stuff with Tron, so why don't you play Tron in the first place? That's always the question. Oh, we found the Ashiok one turn too late, or can't play it right now. Here comes the Tron. He isn't going for it, interesting. He has it, okay, never mind. Who needs a map anyways? And here comes the Black Manor. Can't even punish this Solemn. So now we need counters against his, against his enchantments, if he has those. So he has his best start, I guess, if he has the payoff card too. Come on, I want to use this, please, please. Oh, let's play this out, find a Mana Leak or something, rather a Veto. The Mana Leak, well, it's not doing anything against Tron, but I kind of wanted the Teferi maybe to deal with this. Can still crack the stupid map. So I can only hope that he... Yeah, he will just use the map and rebuild the Tron. That is the issue. So what are we going to do here then? Just playing the Ashiok out and hope nothing happens. Fill our graveyard for the Snap and Mystic Sanctuary maybe. Yay. Not a good start at all. Not a good start at all. It didn't crack our past priority. So, well, found a force in the bin that we can't use yet. Can use the op maybe. Okay, he has Motron. He will attack the Ashiok. Still 3 cards in hand. Let's see what he has. It's the 2-draw enchantment. We are good against that. And now we can use Field of Ruin on, I guess, the mine, and hope he doesn't have a second one. Cast this and hope Ashiok is good. Hope this was the right choice. Then slam the Teferi and hope to win from there. Six mana, okay. We can put the force actually on top. Play out the hero. Plus it. Ship back the turn. Untap. It's not quite the force, but we can pitch the snap now, I think. Then we start working on his Tron. You can have your star. So kind of like an enchantment hate Tron, or what is it? Stone Cavern. Okay. And he concedes. Good, okay. Match 2. Let's see here. Only need land drops this time. See me bricking now for several turns. Okay. So it's like a Ponza deck. Yep, now we are missing the land drops. Fitting. Hopefully we draw them now. What's this? Utopia Sprawl, okay. More red, so can have a Chandra next turn. Didn't hit the land drop again. So now we have to pray to hit the third one. Terminus is okay. Can't stop the god here. This one you can have now. Can stop a Glory Bringer, but I need land drops. That's for sure. I need all damn land drops. Magus of the Moon is not yet a big deal. Land drop, fuck it. It's so scary if he slams a Chandra next turn, but I have to go for the land drop, and I fail to hit it, so fuck my life. If the Chandra comes now, we are dead. Could be Infernal Titan or something. Glory Bringer, okay. The bolts, so he has probably this Pyromancer in his hand. The damage right now. Hope to hit a land drop next turn. Please, land drop. Good. Okay. Well, we can still rip a Terminus. Can take a few damage here. Once upon a time here. Did you find Bloodbraid? The god, okay. Okay. It's a creature, we can maybe Terminus it away. Here it comes. Can't prevent that. It's not a creature yet. Well, draw the second Archmage Charm. This feels bad again, but I need the land drop. And I again fail to hit it here. I again fail to hit it here. Glorybringer. Lightning Bolt, Pyromancer, yep. Now it's a card, so if you draw a Terminus, it's still okay. Okay. So we get this away. Do we fetch an island before we opt? I think not. Okay, so one more turn before we can Jace here. He has 2 cards again. This Arbor Elf is not scary. One more card, nothing. Okay, so we could Jace here, but I think I hold my cards up for one more turn because we have Archmage Charm and all these counter spells in hand, and I want to get rid maybe of this one. Don't want to expose the Jace here yet. Maybe that's wrong, but with Cryptic up, I think we will be fine. If we hit another land drop, we can Terminus again. Can go to 6. He has already spent 2 bolts. I don't think it's likely that he draws 2 more. So put me to 6, alright. Okay. Well, in this case, I actually take this just as a blocker, in case he draws Bloodbraid or something. Wow, he did draw the 3rd Lightning Bolt after all, okay. Now we have to dodge the 4th one. I still think now is the time to play the Jace out. Fail again to hit this stupid land drop. Oh man. We can pass this for the land drop actually. So I still want the force here. We can't hold up Cryptic and Deprive, nor can we hold up Archmage Charm here. So I guess if something bad happens, I still want the Terminus on top. If nothing really happens, I will just stick with what we have. So we have still Path and Force up. Can't prevent the Lightning Bolts. Can't prevent the Glorybringer. Can't prevent an Inferno Titan. If he has that, we are dead. We can bounce this one with the Cryptic and then deprive it back. In which case, I want the Deprive still on top. Okay, we can also Oust our own creature to get out of bolt range. That's also a possibility. Now let's try again to find that land drop. Found the land drops, okay. So I want my counter spells. Still want the force. So at this point, I don't think we need this Archmage Charm. I don't like the Field of Ruin here. We have a Terminus already in the bin, but let's keep one in hand. Actually, I think I put the Oust back on top just to gain me some more life, so that we don't have to play around all his stuff again. Okay, and then ship the turn back. Now we have to evade and Glorybringer here, but he can't play it out anymore. He hits the Bloodbraid. Okay, so here comes Bloodbraid and the God card, which means I want to counter that. Definitely pick up the Sanctuary. I mean, he has the other in hand, yes, so still Arc Ward, but this way we only have to deal with one. We have to block here. Still hope to hit something good. Can survive this for one turn with the Oust. Find Cryptic again. Season Pyro, we have to put that on the bottom, I think. So we can snap past the Bloodbraid Elf. We die against the stupid god or a Bloodbraid now. Second one. It's definitely not good what I did here, I think. Now we will die against another Bloodbraid Elf. Here he comes. Go to 3. Nothing, okay. So we redraw the Deprive, redraw the Snap for another 3 life. Just this. So we still have to bounce this, then we have 3 mana available. So I don't think I need the pass with my Terminus on top. I will not put anything there. Maybe I do. Bounce, draw this. Ah, this was bad, should have done before. Oh, it's still fine. Okay, yeah, we do this. Bounce this, draw. Okay, and then we ship the turn back. Okay, comes the stupid god again. Has the Blood Braid? No, we are dead, so I guess we have to let this resolve again. Go for our land drops. Put the snap into play with the opt. Can bounce the snap for Oust. Okay. Found at least the land drop. Now we have to deal with this. Now we go to 1. Let's try to hit Hero of Dominaria or Time Raveler. Yeah, this is also good. So do it like this. Ship the turn back here. Now we have more counters up. We can catch a Blood Braid with the Snapcaster. Did you draw the 4th Lightning Bolt? Well, at least then we don't have to care about this anymore. If he cracks this fetch lands, we can actually Fate Seal. No, he did not. Okay. Whew, dodged a bullet there, maybe. Like Lightning Bolt into Glorybringer is still scary. We have to deal with this god. If he has it here, I will deprive this now. Okay. So now he should be fine. Don't need this anymore, in my opinion. Plus here can put the Deprive back on top. Can brainstorm. These on top. Ship the turn back here. Going to find the Hero of Dominaria. The Field of Ruin. So 2 cards that you find. You should have kept the fetch land open, in my opinion. Okay, more blockers for me. Now I will actually Fate Seal him to death. Have this one. I don't think... Well, actually, let's put the Oust on top just to gain some life. So I know that he will draw the Magus, so if he has still a Blood Braid in hand, I would have guessed he played it, but let's keep the 1/1 back just in case. Just in case. Here comes the Magus. Grab the 3rd Sanctuary. The Oust back on top. Can have it. Path it. Go into our turn. Redraw this. Gain us some life. Uptick. Play this. Play this. There is the last Lightning Bolt, so now it's at the bottom of his deck, good to know. Ship the turn back and just a few more turns till Jace wins. Yeah, and he concedes. Okay. Don't need the Ashiok. I need more ways to deal with the God card, so Purge and Aether Gust are good. Supreme Verdict can still be okay, but if he has a Magus, it's hard to resolve. Kor Firewalker is good against his deck, but then it's awkward with the Termini. And I think Terminus is quite good against his deck. So what do we not want here? Might bring in relics and stuff, but so be it. Think I still want Force to catch Chandras, if possible. Maybe that is not true anymore with these cards, so maybe cut those. Teferi seems kind of awkward now. He has so many 1/1s, but it stops Bloodbraid Elf. That is, or Bloodbraid Elf value. That is something to take note of. Still think Terminus is good. I like the Kor Firewalker, but it's awkward with Terminus. It's more for the burn and prowess matchups. Dovin's Veto is kind of awkward though. So maybe one is fine to stabilize. Maybe if we have those on the board, we are so far ahead that we don't need a Termini. So maybe like this. Just mix it up a little bit. Well, we have one in hand, so Jace could be good. Snaps are not that great right now. We have Opt to find the next land drop. We have to Teferi to maybe bounce the god. Yeah, you can't really mulligan for spot removal against Arbor Elf because there's only really Oust that deals with that. So with one Terminus in hand, it's unlikely to hit the others. To go with the basic here. So we could have the God card now. Could also be Utopia Sprawl into a 4-drop. Turn to Chandra is pretty good. Yep, here it comes. We have to rip Celestial Purge. Bloodbraid turn 2, we're not. But luckily just another Arbor Elf. Well, that rams him pretty heavily. Well, let's go for the first basic, I guess. Isn't good right now. Draw the second one. Oh, go to 16. Okay. Okay. So he has all the mana in the world. At least we have our basics. Teferi is looking horrible right now. Six mana here, 7 mana. Phew. Turn 3 Glorybringer. Can't stop that, so we fall down to 9 here. Not looking good. And even once upon a time to find more. Just for the reload. Maybe a Pyromancer. Grab a Season Pyro. So we have to sacrifice a snap here. I don't think I'm... Can I fetch a basic plains here? We don't have Archmage Shram up next turn, but... I guess it depends on what he finds here. Another Blood Braid here, well then don't have that much choices actually. So let's go for basic planes here. Throw the Ambush Viper in. Maybe he has a Lightning Bolt as his last card. To go to 11. Just another opt, it's not good. We can try to rip that Terminus and wreck his whole board. Instead of Snap Opt. It's maybe too greedy, but it would be the best play to get us back into this game. So maybe I should have kept 4 into the deck after all. Because it's so strong here. So do you go for the Bloodbraid pre-combat? That is the question now. Do you commit more to the board? Okay. Seems like the answer is yes. 6 mana. It's an Inferno Titan, wow. So he will still have the Bloodbraid in hand. Yeah, can't prevent that, so we go to 8 here. So I think at this point we have to rip the Terminus with the opts. It's not likely, but luck wants it. We get it. Nope. Well, didn't get it. So we go to 3 here. Then we are dead to Lightning Bolts. He cascades into it. So now we have to go for Snap Opt and hope to rip the Terminus. He has the Bolt, we are dead. On your draw step, my friend. Oh, once upon a time. What is it? At least not a Lightning Bolt. What will it be? Two Termini in 54 cards, or rather 44, because we have put a Snap on bottom. Second Bloodbraid. Yeah, well, we have only one play to make. And that is rip this board. And we're dead. Jeez. So yeah, I think I want the 4th Terminus actually. Still like the Oust for the life gain. On the play, I like the Mana Leak still. Maybe that is wrong, because we have the removal here for this stuff. Elspeth is not good enough, but the blockers are kind of nice against Bloodbraid Elf. Teferi is good on the play. We want the opts, obviously. Might be crazy, but yeah, let's actually cut the Firewalker. The one-off can just be there to gain some life, maybe, and horrible hands, better hands. Keep and pray that we find something good. Yes, we binned the third blue source for Archmage's Charm, but I think I want to go with the basics to invalidate Magus of the Moon as much as possible. And this will probably find a third blue source. I think I will not fetch turn 1 in case he opens with Arbor Elf for the possible Terminus to answer it. Because they don't have good turn 2 plays otherwise. Maybe this card gets banned next Monday. Get rid of the free spell stuff. He's heavy in the tank about what he wants to pick. He goes for the Season Pyro. Yeah, okay, so we wait with the crack here. Terminus. Nope. Okay. Just in case we go with the island here. Okay. I think we are in for both. He can have Bloodbraid next turn, but I want the... maybe I should have done it the other way around. No, it doesn't matter, we draw both anyways. Okay. Yep, gets one additional mana here due to this god. Or he eats his own card, I guess. Yeah. Okay, he takes our card. Okay, he has a lot of mana here now. Here comes Bloodbraid. Something. Actually just Glorybringer, so I think that's fine. Can have that, we pass that. Use of Path to Exile. Get a Hallowed Fountain here. Cryptic Command is also nice. It's unlikely that we have time to Field of Ruin here. So, yeah, well, we have our counters up now. Doesn't have a Bloodbraid Elf. Still okay. Okay, he wants the mana, so we can use Snap Path while it's good. Is this... Six mana. Wow. Whew. That's ugly. That is very ugly. Is there so much control in the meta that you want this card? Oh my god. The best use, but let's use this while we can use it. Well, this also kills Planeswalkers, unfortunately. The next Terminus was also not a good draw. Bouncing that also isn't that great. We need a Celestial Purge to deal with it. So now we don't have that much time because this kills us pretty quickly. Alongside this, he doesn't have to do anything really anymore. Sure. Sure. So if we draw a Celestial Purge, maybe we can turn this around. Because then we get rid of both of these cards. Yep, go to 11. This is also fine. We have not that much time. Now he will eat it away, unfortunately, but can shuffle the Chandra. Oh, he doesn't go for the Aether Gust, Magus of the Moon. So go to 7. Don't have any time here, unfortunately. He has still the Seasoned Pyro in hand, which is annoying, but what can you do? To find some life gain, but we don't have much in the deck. Did he put the Chandra on bottom actually? No, he puts her on top, so he always has her, so yeah. And he can't replay her, at least. Comes the Pyro. Go to 5 now. Whoops, he has now a token army too. And a 5th land drop, but the Chandra is gone. So we go to 5. Now the Teferi. But I'm not sure how many time we really have here. Because we only have really Oust and now we don't have any creatures, so we will die to this pretty quickly. Can't really end this game, fortunately, so yeah, we lose to this Chandra. We lose to this stupid Chandra. Now we have the snap, maybe we draw the Oust. Has he the bolts? What is this? Oh, he has a Seasoned Pyro in the bin, yeah, then we are dead. Yeah. I think without the Chandra we had a chance there. Because we found the Terminus. Too bad we didn't have the Aether Gusts earlier, but oh well. Maybe you cut actually a Snapcaster Mage because he has all this graveyard hate and put in more of these Firewalkers. Could also be the case. Well, we have 2 Path to Exiles. If that is worth anything, could be okay. Gemstone Mind says no. So I have to rely on the Deprive. Oh, we draw more white sources. Could be at North or something. Or it's the stupid new form deck. Only run 2 Force of Negations. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully 1 counter is good enough to deal with this. No, Terminus, we don't need you at all. Don't need you at all. Maybe he's searching for a second land drop. No, he goes for it. Okay, no, trying to search that land drop. Found it. Could hit the Ashiok here, which is game over for him. Oh. Jace is no use here. Hopefully he doesn't have a Pact of Negation. Does nothing interesting. Let's go for this land. Okay. Okay. More Once Upon a Time. This gives these 18 land decks so much more resilience. Still no time for Jace. So do we go for it now? Nope. Give me more counter spells. Come on. More counter spells. There. 1, 2, 1, 2. If we get 1 more turn, we can snap Deprive, so we have at least 2 counters. Do you go for it now? No, he goes for it. What did you pitch? 2 Eldritch Evolutions. Okay, so he can do this 2 times in a row. Sure. Okay, now we have 2 counters up. Now we have 2 counters anyways. To hit more counter spells, not more Termini. Can't tap out for Jace without Force. If we find the Force, we probably win. Draw 2. Yeah, now we have the Force. That's good. Field of Ruin is nice. Can easily pitch the Terminus here. Okay. It doesn't have any more basics, I think. Let's hope to find more interaction. Teferi is also good. This prevents him from countering, or maybe as Veto Summer in the main deck. What do I know? These decks are running. So now he can't use Pact of Negation anymore, can't use Veil of Summer, Mystical Dispute, whatever he runs in his main deck to protect his stuff. What is this? Okay. Okay. And he does nothing. So at this point I think we have this. Now I only hold my counter spells up, really. Don't have to do anything else here. To pitch more Tutors and Allosaurus Riders, okay. New form. Let's counter draw. Oh, okay. Don't need this at all. Don't need this, don't need this. Don't need this, this, or this. But we have to fill our deck with some cards. But it's only relying on the blue stuff, and hopefully he doesn't have a perfect combo hand. So yeah. There we go. He brings in all the Pact of Negations, Veil of Summers, Mystical Disputes he has. But this dilutes his game plan a little bit, at least not Veil of Summer because you can pitch it. Well, this is a horrible hand. This is a little bit better, but it has no force. I'll be drawing all these snaps. Take some mulligan. I guess we keep this. Keeps a 6-land hand, 6-card hand with the Serum Visions, makes sense. Could go for it next turn. We only have a 2-mana counter. Hope to rip a force here. Please. Nope, just a Path to Exile. Pretty worthless. Pretty worthless. Don't go for it, don't go for it. Lucky, we got an extra turn. Force. Force. Nope. Force yet. Turn back. The snap. Wrong color. Second counter, so if we get another turn we have at least 2 counters. Maybe he has only Force of Negations in hand, who knows. Doesn't really matter, I think, but let's get the island for Mystic Sanctuary. So it comes into play untapped, Fountain Opt, at least something. Nice 2-1 here, putting up the pressure. That's not important. Unlikely that this game goes 10 turns. Censor can still be okay, but it's pricey. Yeah, I guess we can cycle this later on. Let's increase the clock. Try to find that force. Could also mystical dispute here, of course. Nourishing Shawl, okay. Well, at least he lost 2 green cards. That's really the only thing I care about. Don't care about the damage. Don't need this. Oh, another snap. Force. Oh, no force. No force. Still not going for it. Cycle this, try to find an Ashiok or something. Jace. I don't want to tap out with 2 counters in the hand. Can counter once, counter twice. Jace we can only counter once. So could pass the snap pass the other snap to get 2 more land drops. Then we could drop the Jace with these 2 counters, but if he has a Mystical Dispute, he can still play it. We have to tap completely down to play the Jace, and it's not a good idea. What is he doing now? Simian Spirit Guide. Okay, you got it. Have your ape. Ashiok, well, you tapped down, so here we punish you. Okay, now I have to do nothing anymore. Yeah, and he concedes. Well, lucky, lucky. Tap down for the Spirit Guide, and Ashiok won. Stupid Chandra. Would have been a nice 3-0 start without her. But I think I misboarded in this matchup, so well, at least we'll learn something from it. Okay. Have an opt on to hit that white source. We have a lot of fetch lands in the deck. Let's try this. It's not burn. Famous last words, but if it's not burn, chance. Got the chance. Maybe. Covered island into Astrolabe means Urza. Probably. Could also be just a band deck or something. I'll hit an awkward Terminus here. No. Don't hit the land drop, sure. No, it gets ugly. Steam Vents. Astrolabe, okay. Okay. Whatever the heck this is. Okay. And found the bauble, of course, with the grinding station. We need the white source. We need the white source. It's probably a storm deck with Underground Breach. Yeah, well, at least we hit the white source. Sometimes lucky. Better lucky than good. You can take that Emery back. Take it. Jace. Astrolabes for you. Can replay the Emery. So we'll definitely bring in Rest in Peace. There's also a Sigh. Engineered Explosives is scary. So, mana for you. Wonder if he also runs Urza. Not. Land drop here. So I guess we forego the Cryptic for one more turn. Then pick up the Emery again, maybe. He has a counter. No, he does not. I put him on the combo deck with Underworld Breach. In which case I want to deny that with the Force. Jeskai color, okay. Could maybe also run Teferi. Emery again, sure. Show me more of your deck. More grinding stations. 3 in the bin already. And he also runs Time Raveler. In which case we can't interact. 4 more cards in hand. So let's try to rip that land drop. Got it. I think we don't need Terminus here, and I don't think I need the second snap. Let's get rid of this. We can't interact because of Teferi. What are you waiting for? Can have Mystic Sanctuary in his deck. There's nothing really in there. What are you waiting for? I have no game action in my turn. No game action allowed, sir. The Teferi is a fun and interactive magic card. Okay. Memory's gone. Let's play this. Let's uptick this and ship the turn back. Guess we can still opt into Terminus if he draws another Emery. Still okay. To cash in the mana leak as long as he has not that much mana. Okay, so another Emery is fine. More Emerys. Banishing Light. Okay, interesting. 3 more cards. So let's go with the opt then. Still no game action. Next card is a snap. I think we take the snap with us. We are developing our mana nicely and can make use of our graveyard this way. Brainstorm into more stuff anyways, and here Teferi is also up to bounce the snap maybe. So it's okay. And let's brainstorm first. Big Teferi, but I don't think I want to tap out here. Or at least tap all this interaction down. League is becoming kind of awkward, but you can double spell it, so it's still okay. So here comes something bigger. Explosives for 3. Yeah, I think we have to counter that. Don't want him to kill our Teferi here. Put the Archmage Charm in the bin. We still have Mana Leak and Force up. There's only 4 mana open. Waiting for again. Opponent is not fast with his clicks. Counter this, please. 3 more. Nothing. Okay. Doesn't want to play into Mana Leak. Draw 3. Ashiok gets rid of his graveyard, but don't need that right now, I think. No memories anymore on the board, so don't care. More cards. Our hand is full again. Only really want land drops, but kind of stuck at 5, even after 3-4 brainstorms now. Played it on turn 4, brainstormed, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 4 brainstorms. Only found 1 additional land drop. Grinding Station can kill us at one point or the other, but we can still bounce it back with Cryptic. Now it's no big deal. Please mill me. Nope, doesn't. Let's get rid of our top decks for the red source. On other islands. Go with Snapcaster here. Some pressure into play. The land drop. Oh. I mean, it's scary if he plays more artifacts out, so... But we can bounce it back with Teferi, no big deal. So I guess we just play our land drop now. Bounce this back for now. Fate Seal him, he might want to crack the fetch land then. Just put something on bottom. Still don't like the Ashiok here, so let's just bin the island. Or let's bin the island for now, it's okay. Another bauble, sure. It's not playing anything. Well then, let's counter draw. This is the last grinding station, okay. Okay. Then, I guess Rest in Peace is okay. Don't think the Ashiok is what we want here. Celestial Purge should be better than Oust. Don't think Elspeth is important. Aether Gust can counter Underworld Breach. Mystical Dispute can catch Teferi. Can also catch something else. Maybe we don't need this because we have to prevent it on the stack. Don't like all this Terminus stuff. I think we can deal. He runs Psy, so I might want some mass removal. just in case, but I don't think Terminus is the one I want. I think Supreme Verdict is a little bit better because it can't be countered. I'm not a fan of Censor, actually. Maybe that's not true, you can cycle it later on. Omen is still okay, it finds you the counter stuff. Maybe we can cut down one Aether Gust. Let's go like this. Oh, only one land drop is not good enough, even though we have Mystical Disputes. Again, only one land drop. Why are we so unlucky with the land drops? The first game, we draw so many stupid land drops. Are on the draw, and I think I keep this. Two forces, two more draws, Mana Leak and Dispute. Okay, now at least we have an opt. So should be a second land drop in 4 cards, hopefully 2. I think that's about correct. Okay. Does this enchantment on top? Okay, Grinding Station. I mean, it's not like I can prevent it here. So now he plays kind of like mill. Let's try to hit that land drop. No. Yeah, or at least it's a land drop. Should turn back. Mystical Dispute up. Can cycle the Censor. Have to prevent this. Okay. Need more land drops. We could have maybe let it through, but well, this one doesn't do a lot, just mills us for a few. It's okay. Let's try to hit that land drop. Yep, got a third one. Okay. We have to force again here, that would be awkward. Okay, he found something, maybe a Teferi? No, Teferi yet. Just this Astrolabe. Okay. Still don't want to mill us. Okay. Oh, he has this mana, but only 2 more cards in hand, so land drop. Perfect. Okay, so we hit our land drops at least. We have one more Sanctuary in the deck. He mills himself, interesting. Interesting. 2 more cards. Is it the Teferi? Still Dispute. and Hardcast Force. 3 cards. Bauble, sure. Yes. Okay. Emery in the bin. Okay. Can only do this so often. Second grinding station. I think at this point I want to counter draw to get back a card. We don't need the dispute yet. I think we can go down 2 more. There's only 1 more card. Let's counter draw. Okay, yeah, nothing else he can do here. Crack this, look at our card. Okay, so we can pick up the Cryptic again. Can also snap opt end of turn. He doesn't use the Bauble, which is kind of awkward. What is his aim with this? Is he Elspeth or something in the deck? Or Uro? I'm not sure. Underworld Breach again. Well, he has nothing really, so... Let's put the Cryptic back on top. Yes. This won't hit the bin for his Heliod Hall, so he can't get it back. This is the second one gone. Can mill us the Cryptic away if he wants. Do it. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. I think that's a mistake, but we will see. This Cryptic catches whatever he has next. I guess if he has nothing here, actually bounce a snap and just draw a card. It's fine in my opinion. Wow. Why do you have this in this position, stupid? Okay, well, I have to deal with it. No way around it. I just wanted to draw a card and he has a lightning bolt. I haven't seen a bolt in so many cards in game 1. Didn't play around a removal spell here. What's next? Sai. I mean, he doesn't have any artifacts and he can't sacrifice, so I guess it's fine. Save dispute for now. Just untap. Well, we can rest in peace next turn. Let's escape. Non-land card. To the mana cost. Plus exile 3 other cards. Can't let this happen here. It's grinding us out with stop decks. This is the third Underworld Breach. Maybe hit the Jace here. Nope, just a land drop. Now we are also out of cards suddenly, because this Snapcaster play was so bad, but he concedes to rest in peace. Okay. Nearly punished by Lightning Bolt there. I still like the line, because then we could snap opt again and still have 2 counters in hand and the Supreme Verdict and stuff. Okay, last match. At least 3-1 right now. Could have made it in 4-0 if I sideboarded better, I think. the Ponza matchup, but yeah, maybe you still don't hit the Terminus in game 2 and lose that definitely, so it comes down to game 3. And yeah, maybe then it would have been different if I hit those Kor Firewalkers for the life gain against the Chandra, because they also clock the opponent, so could have been the case. Yeah, it's okay on the play, I guess. Can lead with the Colonnades. Then we have Opt Path or Mana Leak up turn 2. It's a combo deck, we have Force already. Versus Tower. Okay, so Tron or Eldrazi Tron. Let's lead with the fetch land here. Can catch a Chalice at least, which is good. Can have natural Tron, why not? Yep. So, what do you have? Okay, it's Eldrazi Tron. Can still use Field of Ruin. Yeah, I think I like that. If he has a Chalice, we get kind of punished, but maybe that's still worth it. As much as I would love to keep this against Cavern of Souls, I still think it's correct to break up Tron here. Now comes a Reality Smasher, no, a Thought-Knot here, and I don't have white mana open, that was also a mistake. Oh, I hate this. Stupid mistake. And now there is the path gone. It's not even in the bin. I was thinking about Mystic Sanctuary, but yeah. But yeah, then you get punished. Maybe we draw a Terminus. Or we don't. Well, at least next turn we can have a Teferi. And we can get rid of this. Second mine. Still have to cash in that mana leak, but I actually want to draw a card with Teferi, I guess. This position. We'll draw more removal and soon we can hardcast the Terminus. Karn. Yeah, I want to catch you. That. Maybe that's wrong because he can build Tron next turn. Well. This allows us to Oust now, break up Tron again, and still hold up Mana Leak. I think I like that more. Yeah, I think I like that more. Then we can play Teferi next turn. Now I have the white source up too. Okay, let's ship the turn back. Can still play the Smasher, but that's about it. Outrun, we can still catch a Karn. Here's a second one. Drazi. No, the third mine. Oh, come on. I'm always going for the wrong land here. 3 mines in a row. That's nasty. Here comes the Reality Smasher or another Karn. So what do we run in this mana leak? Do we run out there? Chalice for 2 here. So we have to counter here. No way around it. We have to drop the Teferi. Hopefully rip a good counter spell. Or try to break up Tron again, but at this point I'm kind of into Teferi. Let's draw the card here. Break it up 3rd time maybe. So, 3rd time is the charm, eh? Do you have the 4th mine in hand? Or don't you? Or don't you? Could have a Karn too, but I think at this point it's not that much of a deal. Here comes the Reality Smasher. We outdraw the card disadvantage here pretty easily. So we pitch the Terminus. Yes. And then we can untap with the Teferi, which is a strong position here. Yep, here comes the 4th mine. So this prevents most of his Eldrazi's. He can play out next turn. So he can build Tron next turn. No, he can't. He's missing another piece, I guess. Once upon a time, I think yes. If you play out a creature, Terminus takes care. If not, Terminus with Teferi on the board is at least a Ras, so can be played around Chalice of the Void. Yes, Cavern of Souls, most likely. Yep. So he can build Tron next turn. Well, now I want to bottom the Terminus actually. Okay, he has a removal spell, so Smasher and probably the last Tron piece in hand, I would guess. The Jace maybe? No, another Sanctuary. Path to Exile is also not bad. Do we attack here? Snap Force? No, we can't. No, we keep this in hand. It's too early to attack. We only need 2 more turns. 2 more turns. Then Teferi Ultimate most likely wins. Here comes the Reality Smasher. Could mana leak this actually, but I still want to hold the Snapcaster against the Planeswalker. Okay, and he concedes against Teferi. Don't need this. Verdicts can be nice. How many do we really need? This is fine. Elspeth can be okay. Yeah, maybe we just rerun it like this. Exchange the Ashiok for Supreme Verdicts. Go like this. Terminus is okay against Eldrazi's. Trying to catch Karns on the stack. Just go into the grind. Pretty slow hand, so think it's awkward. Even though it has Field of Ruin. This is a little bit better. Can easily bottom this Terminus. Let's hope he doesn't have a Chalice on 2. Also mulligans. This on 1. Because we might draw Terminus in our turn against something. He Chalices here, we play Opts. If he does nothing, we don't do anything too, I guess. We can still wait on the Opt one more turn. This gives us a little bit more information, and now we can opt maybe Terminus in his turn. Comes a Sword Knot Seer, I would guess. So has the Cavern this time. So let's maybe opt first. Land drop. Oh. No land drop, unfortunately. This gives him more option, but takes the opt, that's awkward, so can take the Elspeth away forever now. And we can't prevent a car next turn now. He has that, which is also unfortunate now. Because Colonnade comes into play tapped. Maybe we hit an untapped land. That would still be okay. He takes the Teferi. Yep, okay. And we take that. Put up the Archmage Charm. Okay, so he has a Planeswalker. Not so much against an Eldrazi, of course. Reality Smasher, most likely. Other Sword Knot Seer. Don't think he will pick the Censor actually, so that would be the weakest draw in my opinion. Yeah, he takes the Archmage Charm. Now we can cycle the Censor, maybe rip a Terminus. But we don't, okay. This is the third island, so we can put the Path back on top and hold up Cryptic next turn. Against a Planeswalker or something. Ship the turn back. We'll take 4 next turn, but we are still at 17. Once upon a time, yes. We draw land. What do you have? A third Sword Knot Seer. Hallelujah. Is going deep with the Sword Knots. Here comes the next one. This will probably take the Cryptic away, but can't Path and Cryptic here in one turn, unfortunately. But we can still prevent a Planeswalker with the Veto next turn. Yeah, so maybe he picks the Veto actually. No, he does not. So we take 4. Go to 13. Next turn we go to 9. We have to fight through this now. Don't want to tap out for Elspeth here. Oh, ship the turn back. Has Tron soon. At least he will have not that much more lanes, Sword Knot Seers anymore. Thomas Crypt, we don't care. Just still get some tokens out of it. Elspeth also gains some life. Well, Hero is not bad. Hero is not bad, but if he has a Smasher, kind of awkward. Because I still want to hold up this Dovin's Veto. Well, now we could play Elspeth actually and hold up the Veto, which I don't hate. No. Let's just create some blockers. If he has a Smasher now, at least we know that he has it. He still has these 4 manas for Khan, so there he finds the tower now, so he has infinite mana. So he had the Smasher after all. No, here comes the Karn. Okay, yeah, we have to catch that one. We have another one. Second one. And he does. Okay, so this is what we have to deal with now. Still have a Teferi in hand to get rid of this. Can block this a little bit. And then comes down to his top decks and our top deck. Yeah, we will still block here. Minus on this Karn. Hope to draw something good. I mean, Terminus would still be great here. Elspeth actually gives you also life gain. It's important to note. So he just pluses, okay. Why not go for something? Because Colonnade could kill it then, I guess. Keep the island in hand for now. Please don't draw a Smasher or Walking Ballista. Removal now. Is this another Karn? What is this? Chalice for 1. This stops path to Exile, unfortunately. Unless we hit a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With Elspeth, we need 4 others, and I don't think he can interact with Tormod's Crypt. Maybe in response to Elspeth dying. So yeah, he does it like this. Yeah, okay. Then so be it. His Tormod Crypt had some value. The human soldiers can still block for 1 turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's unlikely that we have to counter 2 spells in 1 turn, so can attack with Colonnade here, I think. Then we have only 3 mana up. Maybe with this cavern of with this island we have then 4 up. If we attack him for 3, 6, 10 here, oh, doesn't seem that good either. Yeah, let's just attack with the Colonnade, play out the islands. Untap with Cryptic, seems fine. We stall the Sword Knot for 1 more turn. So yeah, just try to draw more lands with the Teferi, I guess. So in the next turn he will redraw his Karn, so he has 1 draw now. This doesn't work, my friend. Yeah, so we exchange another token. turn we can maybe also block or just draw the Terminus finally. Get this done, redraw my card. Archmage Charm is good. Well, this also prevents the next Eldrazi he will put into play through Cavernous Souls, so... Do we need this now? Why not? Why not? Why not? In this case we have a removal that works through Chalice of the Void, so I think it still has some value. It only costs 4 with Teferi in play, so... Here comes the stupid Karn. We can actually counter draw here, or just play out the Deprive. Deprive is good enough. Counter this, he chips the turn back, we draw the Terminus, which is red right now. No, don't reveal. Don't want to redraw this right now, so... Oh, would have been better than a second Terminus, so... Yeah, let's put this back on top. This way we can counter all the Planeswalkers he might have. Still afraid of his Vitality Smasher, but he doesn't have it. So let's draw 2 here. Slowly fill our hand. Found another Sanctuary. Let's draw first. Jace. Nope. Ship the turn back. Don't have to do anything here. Don't fear lots. Maybe it's wrong because he can have a stupid Emrakul. Creator, can't liberate it, I mean. They're like, no. Yeah, maybe I should end it because of Emrakul, actually. Which is kind of scary. Don't bother with all these counters. So then he can tuck the Teferi to himself. So I think at this point, let's try to end this SAP for more turns. Only prevent Emrakul some luck. This one we don't care. This stops the Emrakul, I guess. We break up Tron. One, two, three, four, five, six. Terminus. Should turn back, untap 2. We still have Cryptic up. 7, only 7 mana. Another one. Reality Smasher. Okay. So tap, draw. Okay. This back on top. Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6. Terminus this away. We draw and hope for one more turn that nothing bad happens. Terminus. I think it should work out, and then we just go with the Teferi ultimate and should win the game. Attack edge, sure. Doesn't concede, so he lets us enjoy the fun. And then we just chip the turn back. Don't have to do anything anymore, I think. Just bouncing this and drawing a card. Actually, we can also return. This is only for... We can also just draw 2 here, I guess. There, he concedes. Okay. So, made in 4-1, nearly a 5-0. I think I misboarded against the red-green deck. If we have all the Firewalkers in the deck, maybe we can outrace the Chandra emblem. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's about it. I like most of the stuff that's going on in this deck. A lot of creature removal. You also are not automatically shut off by Chalice of the Void. Elspeth was okay, stalling this Sword Knot Seer like forever. This card is definitely debatable. You can also run maybe like an Narset or something else, maybe the Third Force. Maybe you also don't need Omen of the Seas. I still like it because of the Scry 2 and then draw, and then you can maybe later on Scry again, or you have another target for the Teferi alongside your Snapcaster Mages. I like that this deck can run Rest in Peace. You only really lose the Mystic Sanctuary stuff. I guess the one-off Colonnade was okay. It was not stellar, but sometimes you have value with this attacking or blocking. And I definitely like the 2 Hero of Dominaria because, yeah, you have issues sometimes with non-creature permanents that Jace can't deal with, and Teferi can at least tuck those stuffs, same as Time Raveler, so that helped us throughout this league, so I would definitely recommend running both Teferis, even if Jace has nice synergy with Terminus. I think it was still okay, because the setup for this turn 5 Terminus with Jace is usually too slow and not very likely. It's more likely that you will play the Terminus out on 6 than as a hardcast Wrath, so to say. I definitely like that this deck can run Rest in Peace, because most decks right now are relying on the graveyard to get additional value, and Rest of Peace shuts that off. I still think you need some verdicts in case you face other vile decks, especially those with Meddling Mage, because then Terminus is kind of awkward. In this case, you have Oust, Pass, Terminus, and Supreme Verdict to fight through this, and sometimes even a bounce, what have you. So it can be okay. The Censor was at least okay that you could cycle it in situations where it was kind of weak, so it also has the upside that it can cycle into Terminus, so as a one-off I think it's fine. I though still think you need some hard counters against the combo decks in the format. I like the component of Archmage Charm that it allows you to draw and Terminus in turn 4, so to say. The mana base felt pretty good all in all with the white and blue sources. 3 sanctuaries were fine. I could also see that you go down to 2 sanctuaries. I could also see maybe cutting 1 sanctuary, 1 Field of Ruin, include 2 green sources, and just play 2 Veil of Summer in the sideboard, because why not? Because fuck discard and counter decks. Veil of Summer allows you to play Teferi on turn 4 maybe with yeah, Veil up, or just prevent Inquisitions and stuff. It's pretty good. And Maybe it's variance just to splash green for Veil of Summer at this point, but yeah, have to wait till Monday. They announced that there will be something, and the Modern Pro Tour is around the corner. Maybe they want to shake up the format a little bit, maybe reduce the consistency of the Titan decks in getting rid of Once Upon a Time, in which case Eldrazi becomes a little bit weaker again, the green-red midrange deck becomes a little bit weaker again. The Titan deck can't find its Cavern of Souls and Field of the Dead as easy anymore, so there are a lot of decks playing Once Upon a Time right now that would get a hit with the ban of this card. And I still think you can justify this because it's a 0-mana cantrip. If you have it in your opener, that looks 5 cards deep, and even later on you can always squeeze in a 2-mana instant, in my opinion, so still a fine card there. Maybe they unban something, I'm not sure. I would love a Splinter Twin unban, but I'm not sure it's actually that good right now. Maybe yes, maybe no, it's hard to decide. I mean, we've run an Deceiver Exile Kiki version. That was okay because Once Upon a Time can find both sides of the combo, the Exarch and the Kiki, whereas it can't find Splinter Twin. The combo is then bolt proof once again, which is pretty good. It's also Lava Dart proof, which is pretty good because that costs us a match in the league, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but all in all, still think that at this point the format has so many tools to deal with a 3-mana 1/4. Like, other blue decks can catch it pretty easily with Mystical Dispute. You have still Dismember in every color, you have Spellskite in every deck available. Colorless decks have Warping Whale that deals with the combo, red decks can play Fry, which also deals with the fairies and stuff, and Ursas and what have you. And then there is the question against the Death Shadow decks, are you quick enough? Because Remand is kind of awkward. They have Drown in the Lock now, which doubles not only as a counterspell, but also, yeah, it's pretty easy to kill a Deceiver Exarch with it, and your Lightning Bolts usually don't line up very well against Death Shadow, though I guess could tap down a single Death Shadow and try to cheese them out sometimes, but again, that is very unlikely against the 4-color Shadow version, which runs so many discard and removal spells. What else do we have? I guess Twin would be good against the Titan decks, because the Titan decks don't run any good removal spells, and Beast Within is kind of clunky against Twin. You can also... Twin is also a pretty good Blood Moon deck, so that also punishes Titans, so it would shake up the meta in that it would eat a little bit of Titan's meta share all in all, I would guess. And the question is, how would you build Twin? Do you build it in Jeskai colors just for Teferi Time Raveler? I think not. It's kind of awkward, because you don't want to use Path to Exile to ramp your opponent if you want to, yeah, hold up the tempo and make him second guess if he can tap out or hold up the removal spell. That was always the strength of the Twins deck, and Green offers you Veil of Summer, which is traditionally, in my opinion, more important in the more difficult matchups like Junt and stuff like that, because it prevents the discard, it prevents the Liliana minus, it cantrips you further through the deck, and yeah, it can protect you on turn 5 in a combo turn, and yeah, also prevent other counter spells. So I personally think that green would be a better splash. Maybe you call me crazy and you just play 4 Astrolabes and play all the cards you want, I don't know. I haven't thought about this a lot, but I think there isn't anything else on the ban list really. Maybe Preordain that you can talk about, so I'm not sure. I'm more on the side that they will probably ban something, and if I would have to guess what, it's either Once Upon a Time, something of the Primeval Titan decks, or Veil of Summer. That are my candidates at least. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this leak and see you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.